Welcome to Elementary and Intermediate Algebra, Chapter 2.6. In this video, I'll be covering exponents and the order of operations. So, exponents. An exponent is anything in the form x to the n. So, x is called the base, and n is called exponent. The whole expression is called the nth power, or x, or the nth power of x, or x to the nth power. What does this mean? It basically means x times x times x n times. For example, 2 to the 4th means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And notice how there are 4 2's, which equals 16. 2 to the 1 just means 2, because it only means 1 2. And so here's some tricks with negatives. Negative 2 to the 4th means negative, you calculate 2 to the 4th first, and then you add the negative sign later. So it turns into negative 16. And parentheses negative 2 to the 4th means that you multiply negative 2 by itself 4 times, which means, and that'll turn to 16. And notice how a set of parentheses can drastically change the answer. So calculate 5 to the 5 squared, or 5 to the 2, 5 to the second power. So it's 5 to the second power means that there's only 2 5's. 5. Multiply them together, you get 25. And this one's negative 1 squared, or negative 1 to the second power. So notice how the negative sign is not in the parentheses, which means that we calculate 1's times 1 first, because there's 2 1's, that equals 1. Then we put the negative 1 in front of this, so that the answer is just negative 1. So this is negative 4 to the third power, which means that we multiply negative 4 by itself 3 times. Negative 4 times negative 4, which turns into negative 64. Exponents are actually pretty easy. They're not that difficult. Order of operations. So, if an expression is evaluated in a different order, the answers can change. For example, if we evaluate 5 plus 5 times 2 with the addition first, we will get 20. Or, actually, we will get 20, because 5 plus 5 is equal to 10, and then 10 times 2 is equal to 20. But if we do the multiplication first, we will get 15. It's because 5 times 2, that means we do 5 times 2 first, which is 10, add 5, and we'll get 15. That's why it's important to establish a standardized order of operations, so that the same equation will always give the same answer. So grouping symbols, such as the double vertical lines, which are absolute value signs, parentheses, and fraction bars, signal that we should evaluate what's inside them first. The order of operations is as follows. We evaluate grouping symbols first, then we evaluate exponents, then we perform multiplications or divisions from left to right, regardless of which one it is. That means if there's a division sign to the left of the multiplication sign, we do the division one first. But if there's a multiplication sign to the division sign in front of the division sign, if there's a multiplication sign to the left of the division sign, we do the multiplication one first. And we do this, and then finally we do add or subtract from left to right, and that's the same idea as multiplication and division. So let's do some practice. 3 plus 5 minus 6 times 2. So we first do the multiplication. So we first do this one first, which means that which becomes 12. So now we have 3 plus 5 minus 12. Then we do left to right. So 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. This is equal to 8. And now we do the last part. It's 8 minus 12. 8 minus 12 is negative 4. And so that's your answer. Now let's do this one. Notice how we have a multiplication and division sign. But the multiplication sign is to the left of the division sign. So we do the multiplication first. 7 times 10 is equal to 70. So now we have 70 divided by 5 minus 2. So we do the division one first. 70 divided by 5 is equal to 14. So this is 14 minus 2, which is equal to 12. Okay, so this one, we have parentheses, which means we evaluate that first. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So now we have 3 times 7 plus 6 plus 6 plus that. Do the multiplication first. That's equal to 21. So we have 6 plus 21. And that equals 27. Okay, so now we have a fraction. So we should do the fraction first. So we evaluate the top of the fraction, which is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. Over the bottom, which is 11. 4 plus 7 is 11. times 20, and we'll get 200 over 11. That's your answer. Alright, so now this one has an exponent. We do the exponent first, and 2 squared, or 2 to the second power, is equal to 2 times 2, which is 4. So it becomes 4 minus 5 times 4. Now we evaluate this one first. 5 times 4 is 20, so it becomes 4 minus 20, which is equal to negative 16. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from this video.